Guys, I'm super excited for today's video. I'm going to be breaking down my net worth and sharing where all of my money is invested and saved. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh. I'm 28 years old. I live in Los Angeles. And for the last 5 years, I've been working towards financial freedom and tracking my net worth. When I started this journey 5 years ago, I had a net worth of negative $25,000 and I was making roughly $10,000 a year driving delivery as a full-time student. I graduated about 3 years ago, almost to the day. And since then, I've gone from making $40,000 a year to $92,000 a year. And I say all that just to give some context. I'm not someone who's been in the workforce for a long time, saving and investing for decades. I'm not someone who is making six figures. I'm just someone who showed up consistently for these last 5 years and worked on my finances. So hopefully this video is a bit more relatable and inspires you to work towards financial freedom as well. If you don't already know, your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. So everything you own minus everything you owe. If you want a really easy way to calculate your net worth and track it, I've got my tracker link down below in the description. It's completely free for you to use, so go check that out. Now, let's get into the numbers. So starting off with my Roth IRA, I currently have $18,561.68 in this account. A Roth IRA is a tax-advantaged retirement account here in the United States. It allows you to put post-tax dollars, so money that you've already paid taxes on, into this account, invest that money, and at 59 and a half, when you hit retirement age, you're able to withdraw your funds and you don't pay any taxes on the gains you've made from those investments. So it's a really powerful investment product here in the United States, which is why they only let you invest $7,000 a year at the moment. They up that limit every couple years, but at the moment it's sitting at $7,000, which I've already put into this account this year. So no more money for me is going into my Roth IRA until 2026. As of right now, all the money that I'm investing and saving is going into either my 401k, my taxable brokerage account, or into my savings account, my high yield savings account. Now, on to my next investment account, which is my 401k. My 401k is currently sitting at $16,643.11. My current job matches 5% of my salary. It's a little annoying because I have to put in 6% to get that 5%, so they match 100% of the first 4% that I invest, and then they match 50% of the next 2% that I invest, which comes out to a 5% match. Either way, I'm taking full advantage of that match because that's free money that I get just for investing my money. This is another US retirement account. It's a little bit different than the Roth IRA because with this one, you don't pay taxes on the money that you invest, but then once you withdraw those funds at 59 and a half, you have to pay taxes. So it's different than the Roth IRA, but still has tax benefits. Next up is my taxable brokerage account. This is a new account for me. I just started up 2 months ago because I've finished investing in my Roth like I just talked about. I'm meeting my employer's match on my 401k, and I want to be financially free before I'm of retirement age, before I'm able to withdraw from those retirement accounts. So I want an account that I'm able to pull from when I hit 40 or 50, whenever it is that I hit financial freedom. Currently, if I keep on my current plan, I'll hit it around 40. So that's why I just threw those ages out. But the point is, this account is one that you put money in that you've already paid taxes on, but there's no tax advantage to it. When I withdraw this money, I will have to pay capital gains tax on whatever I withdraw. So currently in this account, I have $2,172.70. Not much compared to my other two accounts, but over the next couple months, I'm going to be growing this to around $5,000 and then funneling the rest into my savings, trying to build up a 6-month emergency fund. Next up, we have crypto, which I know is controversial, but I currently have $49,199.40 in my crypto accounts. This is split between Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know what my exact allocation is. I'm actually going to check that right now, but I think it's about 80% Bitcoin and 20% Ethereum. Let's see real quick. Yeah, I'm about 80-20, almost exactly 80.5%, 19.2%. And then I have some other random little altcoins that I haven't sold off fully. But this is a really big number compared to the rest of my assets. And just to give you guys a little context, because I already know people are going to be in the comments either telling me to invest everything in crypto or telling me to sell all of my crypto, I'm going to do something in the middle, and I'm not going to buy or sell crypto because I bought this Bitcoin and Ethereum for the most part back in 2020. I made a few smaller purchases between 2020 and 2023, but I bought the majority of my Bitcoin and my Ethereum when Bitcoin was $10,000 and Ethereum was $300. So I've seen a lot of really good gains. I got really lucky here. I did not know what I was doing. I happened to put money in at a really good time and it's grown a ton. So I'm really grateful. really lucky. And I also have a lot of unrealized capital gains, which means if I do sell to try to diversify my portfolio and reallocate that money elsewhere, I will have to pay capital gains tax, long-term capital gains tax, which will be at about 15% right now based on my income. But that's not something that I want to do right now because that's a big loss up front. And this is not money that I necessarily need. I did not plan on this money. This money is not planned into my financial freedom plan. When I look at that, it's just about gaining 7% year over year, being invested in index funds, having money in savings. So if I lost this money, it would suck. Obviously, this is a huge chunk of my net worth right now. But what I'm doing, I'm not investing at all in crypto. This is more than enough when it comes to the percentage in my portfolio. I'm trying to get it down to 20%. And to do that, instead of selling, I'm just putting all of my money into ETFs spread across my Roth, my 401k, and my taxable account, and then putting money into my savings account. So once this gets to 20%, which is hard because this thing grows way faster than the other accounts that I have, but it also crashes way faster than other accounts. So we'll see. At some point, crypto is going to be 20% of my portfolio. That's where I want to have it. That's what I feel comfortable with. I don't want it to be 50% of my portfolio, which is basically what it's at now. It's like 49%, I guess. But that's just me. Let me know what your thoughts are on crypto. I know everyone has an opinion. So drop it in the comments below and let's have a little conversation about crypto, because why not? And last but not least, my high yield savings account currently has $14,484.79. And that number is actually going to be different than whatever you're seeing on the account to the left or right of me. I don't know where I'm putting the graphic yet, but you'll also see on that screenshot that I have $400 in a travel fund. That's for a trip that I'm taking to Miami in October. I don't include any money that is going towards anything but financial freedom and retirement. So anything that's going towards a future expense, a bill, money in my checking account that's sitting there for rent or not groceries, utilities, Wi-Fi, my phone, anything like that doesn't get included in my net worth. That's just a personal choice. I also don't include like my car or personal items like jewelry or watches. You can. Everyone calculates their net worth a little bit differently. But for me, calculating my net worth is about seeing how close or how far away I am from financial freedom and tracking how much my money is doing for me. So if it's money that's going to get spent in the future for something that's not retirement, or if it's a personal item that I don't intend to sell, or if I sell it, it's just going to go towards another one of those things. Like if I sell my car, I'm just going to put that money towards a new car. Those are the things that I don't include in my net worth, just for context. So that's it for my assets. And I currently don't have any debt at the moment. I paid off my last student loan exactly a year ago in July 2024. Very grateful that I prioritized that. It's been so nice to live debt-free. If you want to know how I paid off my debt, I actually have a video about that I'm going to link down below in the description so you can check that out. So no debt right now, which means my net worth is $101,061.58, which is crazy. At the beginning of the year, I set a goal to hit $100,000 by the end of the year. The fact that I'm hitting it halfway through is something that I'm so grateful for. I'm so excited to see where it goes throughout the rest of the year. It could go down. It could go sideways, but hopefully I see some more gains. I'm going to be continuing to put money in every single month. So I'm just excited. I'm excited for this phase in my financial journey. I've been working really hard to get to this point. And from here, my money's going to be doing a lot more work than it's been doing these last couple years because there's just more money in there that's going to be compounding. Right now, $100,000, if I am getting an average rate of return of about 7% annually, that's $7,000 that I don't have to work for, that I worked really hard for these last couple of years, but like my money's going to be doing a lot more work. That's the whole point of investing and saving your money, is that eventually you're not going to have to work as hard to make as much money. So please start investing your money because it's going to make your life better. You're going to have less financial stress. You're going to be able to provide for yourself, provide for your family, provide for your future kids, for your future grandkids. You're going to be able to have a better life if you focus a bit more on your finances. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I'm so passionate about personal finance. And that's why I want to share as much as I can, be as transparent as I can with my numbers, because hopefully you're able to see yourself in my story, see yourself in my numbers, and feel like you can do this too. Feel like you can make these changes in your finances, feel like you can lock in and get yourself in a really good spot. That's my whole goal with this channel. If you're interested in my exact plan for how I'm going to go from $100,000 to $1 million, I'm going to be sharing that in the next video. So subscribe so you don't miss that one. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead, drop those down below. If you have any feedback too, I'm a very new YouTuber. Not very new, I've been doing this for about a year, but I still feel like there's so much for me to learn, so much for me to get better at. So any feedback you have is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching this video all the way through to the end. If you've made it this far, it really means the world to me to have your support and your engagement. Hopefully I'm providing valuable content for you. And that's all I have to say. So, peace.